Hello, welcome to the latest episode of the Pettifoggers podcast. This week we played Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Oh, what's this on the desk? Scumbag. Get out. You're not cut out for this. You're not cut out for it. Go
It
on.
was going so
You've
well.
ruined it for everyone. Get off.
Oh,
You were
could be a
doing
good
really
boy.
well.
You good
Really
boy. He
good.
doesn't want to get down now.
You've ruined it.
Sorry, guys. Oh,
So
look, there he
sorry.
is.
Oh, sorry about it. I gave him a chance. Ruined it. Ruined it.
He'll be back. Don't worry. He'll need some more training. Just
No, that's it. I'm
no, that's it. He's gone.
He's not cut out for show business.
chopping him up, turning him into curry.
Oh,
Well, there's a choice to take. No dogs will be harmed in the making of this Pettifoggers podcast.
Maybe there will be. But anyway, so we played Modern Warfare. Can you be quiet? We played Modern Warfare 3 this week. We realised we should have played it last week, but Bells and Lauren were like, no, I'm not going to get it. And then 3 days in, they both changed their minds and bought it. Do you mind? You've had your opportunity and you blew it. So yeah, we all bought it. We're playing it a week late. But we're late to the party, but we're here. We're fashionably late, and that's what fashionable people do. And look at us. We're
We
fashionable
hipsters?
people. No.
Hipsters?
Anyway, Modern Warfare 3. Bells, please tell me what this game is about.
Well, guys, it's a brand new release from a brand new series. You may not have heard of Call of Duty before, but let me set the groundwork for it. You have a gun, you shoot the other side, you kill that person, and it gives you rewards of XP and better guns. That's pretty much what Call of Duty is. I don't think many people have ever played the game, so Pierce asking me to explain what Call of Duty is very appropriate. Because not many people that will watch this will think, I've never heard of this game. No sirree.
It's a very small production team, isn't it? I think it's an indie developer.
yeah.
Yeah, EA Activision, so indie. Wait, are they publisher? They're publisher. They're not developer. It's
EA.
It's no, but who's the develop Activision?
Yeah.
Activision's the developer. EA is just a publisher. Wait, is EA the publisher?
Not EA. You're thinking of Battlefield.
No, I think they used to do that, but then it's now Blizzard, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Lols, do you want to add to Bell's description of it?
Yeah, there's tons of different game modes. So you can do team deathmatch, you can do search and destroy, you can do free-for-all domination. So there's so many different game modes that you can try. And obviously you can do custom games as well, which is we've done a lot of over the last week, where you can play in teams of just your friends. Obviously it doesn't count towards XP and leveling of guns, which is both understandable but also disappointing, because most of the time we're using gun leveling to make get ready for Warzone.
Yes.
So we can use the guns in Warzone. We did quite a few custom games, and I must admit, my opinion on kind of like what I prefer, while it's not beneficial to me for Warzone when I want to play that, I do think I prefer playing custom games. I find them really fun. When we did Mike Myers and what else did we do? Like snipers only on Rust and stuff like that. It's just such a laugh.
I have to say I agree. I especially loved the crossbow. When we said we'd just do crossbows, and there's nothing worse than missing that shot, and you're both trying to like get the crossbow back on. Because obviously one shot matters. So it's very fun. I like the new. Obviously, it's more. It's a lot of like visual updates when it comes to Modern Warfare. Now, obviously, the movement is very good, but a lot of like the old maps have all been revitalized. The likes of Rust, Chateau, I think is the one, and then but I can't remember. Estate.
Yeah, that's the one
Right,
with
Estate.
the ski lodge.
Yeah, and then what's the snow map? Because I remember playing it way back when.
Sub base.
That one there. But it's literally
Oh, no,
like
derail. There's derail as well.
I remember playing Subbase, but it's one of those things where it's like it's a bit of nostalgia hit this game when you come back into old maps. Obviously, it's a lot of new games, so I think they knew what they were doing. Really, weren't they, when they decided they'd bring a lot of very popular old maps back. It probably didn't cost them as much as they think of them brand new ideas that maybe wouldn't be enjoyed. They just went to tried and tested visual update, very good movement speed, very good shooting. I have to say, I feel like I'm having an easier time shooting, and feel like the guns are more responsive to shooting than in any other Call of Duty I've played in the last wee while. Like,
They've sort of taken it back to how it was. They've had a lot of stick for the last few releases, and this seems to be the way with Call of Duty. They do really badly, and it takes them a year or two to fix it. So they've had a massive dip, and now they're on the up again. But they're taking it back to sort of Call of Duty how that was when I first started playing it. And it's all the maps that I first started playing. The guns feel really nice, as you said, and the movement's really nice as well.
Out of curiosity, what was your first COD?
I don't remember the names. I'm really bad at remembering names, but it was all of these maps, basically.
Okay.
I would say the same. The oldest I can remember, but I can't remember if it was before Modern Warfare 2, but was I remember playing like World at War.
That was before Modern Warfare 2, because that was my first one.
I didn't play that one.
But I'm pretty sure I played one earlier than that. But like, at that time when I first started playing, it was only because friends were picking Call of Duty, because I had other friends that were picking, Medal of Honor, which was like the big competitor to COD. Now Medal of Honor has obviously slipped away over the years. I don't even think they do releases anymore. But at that time, they were releasing against COD, and this one, Modern Warfare 2 was like really a nail in the coffin to a lot of like competitors to Call of Duty, because it was just so popular and critically acclaimed.
Yeah, I never played any Medal of Honor, and I was late to the party with Call of Duty as well. So
did you play Battlefield? Did you play any of the Battlefields? Because no. See, it's a different beast again. Battlefield's a different beast.
Yeah,
I was more like Halo.
I was going to say I remember it being Call of Duty versus Halo when I joined. But anyway, we're kind of going off topic. That's my fault. But
no, it's all to do with Call of Duty. Don't be worried. History of Call of Duty.
Say that again.
A little bit of backstory. It's fine.
Yeah.
So one thing we did not mention was zombies. There's also zombies in this new game. What the game modes are there? You said we've got multiplayer, we've got customs, we've got zombies. It's all going to lead into the new Warzone, like Warzone 3. That's going to be released early to mid-December. I don't think there's an actual date for it yet. But yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at with the game.
I'm gonna make a declaration here now. I think they're gonna have a massive upturn on player base when Warzone comes out, because of the change in movement and shooting for this next one. Because we've all played the Warzone. Oh god, lol, we've only been playing it once a week, if even, on Warzone the last wee while, to play kill races, which is good fun when you're playing against other people. That's more fun. But see, actually, like Call of Duty itself, we haven't really been touching it the last wee while, because I hated the movement. I really hated the movement in Warzone, especially. It makes a difference. But I feel like this is my declaration now. I think there's going to be a massive upturn on player base when it comes to Warzone release is it early December, Pierce? Lol?
They're going to be the 5th or the 12th, I think.
5th or the 12th.
But yeah, I'm with you on that. I think I looked at my stats on Warzone the other day, and in Warzone 2, I have played under 30 games on, like, is it Sheikah and Fondale? On the Rebirth one, basically, I've played like less than 30 games, which is terrible. Like, I hated it. I didn't like the movement, didn't like the guns, so I just stopped playing. And I got back into it a few times with kill races with you lot, but yeah.
But that's a different beast. Doing it that way, I wouldn't even class it as like real COD, because when you're doing a kill race, obviously you have a secondary objective you're adding in, but because it's kill race, you don't care about winning.
It's having more fun.
Yeah, but it's bad to say that it's more fun playing a game that isn't included in the actual game than because you're not enjoying the base game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's
My
not
point
other
with
people
that
that enjoy
was
it.
that. Yeah, my point with that was that I'd hated the new Warzone, and I feel like a lot of people did as well. There was a massive drop off, and yeah, if the movement that's in Modern Warfare 3 comes back into the new Warzone, which it should do, I agree. I think there's going to be a massive upturn in the amount of people that do play it. Okay, so I feel like I've played the new Modern Warfare 3 a lot more than you do.
Hmm.
Definitely me. Definitely
So
been me.
I want to get both of your feedback on it. Should we do it in 2 sections and go for like multiplayer first and then zombies? Let's start with zombies. Zombies is basically a reskin of DMZ from Warzone 2. It's got the new Warzone 3 map in it, but you load in with contraband guns or guns that you take in with you that are just base level. And then you have to go and do contracts, kill zombies, and exfil with stuff. Within that, you can pack a punch your gun and do all the stuff you would normally do in zombies, but it's not the standard wave after wave, kill them, next wave comes. It's very much like DMZ, where you travel from location to location doing contracts, and zombies will just sort of appear and you kill them. That's the new version of it. Lols, have you even played it yet?
Nope. We went to go and play it, I think, last Wednesday, but we had too many people jump in the lobby to play with us. We were too popular because it is limited to 3 people, I think.
Yeah, I never have that issue. I don't have any.
Oh, it is free. Yes, it's free. Sorry, it is free.
Yeah, so that was a bit disappointing because I'm not going to lie, I have always been a really big fan of zombies. Like, I've always loved zombie games. Like Call of Duty zombie games.
Such a big fan that you've had the game for 2 weeks and haven't played it.
Haven't played it now.
Massive fan of zombies there, Lols.
But I think I will give it a go because it does sound quite good. I think it adds on to the DMZ because I think the DMZ was a bit flat. I'm not going to lie. So to add to that and add in zombies and stuff like that might make it a bit more interesting. So I'll definitely give it a go this week.
It is different, and I think people are saying, "Oh, it's crap. It's not zombies." Blah blah blah. Which it is true, but it's just different. But if you take it for what it is, I think it's quite enjoyable. But we had some games earlier.
Unlike Lulz, Pierce and I actually played the game this week. We put effort in, actually got the time in the game. Because we just care about it.
You've been around Pierce too long.
It's not that I done it 2 minutes before we got in, and I've got like an 11-minute one game run on it, and I have to say I quite enjoyed it. It's interesting. Here's my things that I took away that I really enjoyed of it. One, the map looks class. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it plays out on Warzone. It's massive. It feels like a Verdansk vibe when it comes to the map itself. I like the fact that you have different layers on the map as to the strength of the zombies. You have contracts that you hit throughout. Now, yes, you had that for DMZ. A lot of it's a reskin for DMZ. But I think it feels a little bit more intense than DMZ. DMZ, you just had the odd guy shooting at you. You have a lot of zombies constantly running at you, and they are constantly running at you. It's fine in the first layer, but when you go into the second layer, that's when it starts to get... They're reaching me more here now. So it does encourage you
struggling, Bowels.
I may have got knocked and Pierce had to revive me, but we'll say nothing. I also may have jumped a few times, but we'll not... Let's just say I was glad I wasn't on camera. But I have to say there was definitely a lot of good points. I would also agree with people. I feel like it isn't the zombies you're used to. It's not the zombies you're used to. If you're going in here and thinking it's zombies, you're completely going to be disappointed on it. Zombies, as it stands right now, is this DMZ style. I don't think there's any announcement or talk of them doing another zombies for the multiplayer that is going to be in, a smaller map and wave on wave. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't know about you two. I feel like it's good to have a change. This is a good change. You get XP for your guns. For me, it's a more leisurely way of getting the XP up on your guns than doing multiplayer. You can just chill out, run around, shoot a couple zombies, exfil, and you've got like your guns leveled up more. But yeah, no, I had to say I really did enjoy my one-off game of 11 minutes in the zombie game mode in DMZ.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've played it a few times.
Oh no, Pierce.
Well, yeah, Lars hasn't played it.
Yeah.
I've played it a few times, and yeah, it is good. If you take it for what it is, it's good. It's a bit more chilled. I like to sit and watch some stuff on YouTube, maybe listen to a Pettifoggers podcast, and just run around and shoot some zombies and level my guns that way. It's pretty cool. I think it's quite complementary to the multiplayer side of things, which is quite intense. Which gives us a nice segue into the intense multiplayer. Lols, how are you getting on with multiplayer? Just to be clear, Lols has decided for some reason that she wants to play mouse and key, even though it's less beneficial to play mouse and key because you don't get aim assist, and she's not used to it. So it's been a bit of a struggle for you, Lols, but how are you actually finding multiplayer other than not being able to kill anyone?
I think the fact that I'm persevering with it, like I'm getting there. Like in terms of like mouse and keyboard, I'll have every now and again I'll have one or two good games and then I'll just fall flat again. But in terms of actual playing the game, I feel that the movement is both good and different for me because I'm learning mouse and keyboard, so it feels completely different anyway. So it's really hard to compare. Yeah. But I do find myself slide cancelling all the way around the map. Like it's all I do, and I don't know why, but it feels nice to be able to do that, which is strange. But I've really enjoyed customs, and I've really enjoyed kind of like I did some search and destroy games the other day, and I really enjoyed that. But obviously, for the point of leveling guns, search and destroy and things like that aren't going to be any use to me. I don't mind it. I'll play it just to bring the lobbies down for people for skill-based matchmaking. But will I still be playing it in a month's time? Other than to maybe level up a gun for Call of Duty, for Warzone, sorry. Probably not.
Well, it is that. It's always going to be that for us. We're not like hardcore fanatics of the multiplayer. We'd always just used either, if we bought multiplayer, we'd be using it for the Warzone aspect of it as a way to level up the guns, because obviously they're interchangeable, and that's how you level up guns quicker and ahead of anyone else. When it comes to Warzone. And I feel like you also get a good idea of what guns you like the feel of by doing multiplayer more so than anything else. I also don't think you can really... Well, there's certain guns you'll realize how good they are for multiplayer. Pierce has got a sniper that he loves that looks like an AK. I mean, he was ranting and raving about how good it was last night.
The
Really
worst
loved
thing
it.
I've ever used in my life.
Yeah, big
It's a
fan
sniper
of it.
rifle that doesn't kill in one hit. It's like a pea shooter. But yeah, anyway, carry on.
I'm concerned. The one thing I'm worried about. Like, I think the sniper rifles are great. I do like the fact like they are a one-shot kill. In my opinion, you should get that reward. I'm hoping that they're bringing that over into Warzone this time around, because God, I hated sniping with a passion in the last iteration of Warzone. One, because you didn't kill. Even sometimes, like, even if you got like a really good shot, depending on the sniper rifle you had, the build it had, it wouldn't have downed someone. I don't. Were there any? Was there any snipers?
Car 98 Verdansk was the prime time. I missed that for sniping.
So,
but
I think
it comes down to
you
have there should be that reward. There's a reward for snipers that has been missing from Warzone, in my opinion. I feel like with the way it feels in the multiplayer right now for snipers, I'm quite happy with them. I don't think they've got like a ridiculous advantage. I don't think there's anything in particular that seems uber strong, but you won't really know until you get into Warzone. But I'm hoping that it does carry over, where they're going to give you that bit of reward.
Yeah, so I mean, we can do the maths on it, and I did do the maths on it because I'm bored. I think they're up in the base health on Warzone's 150. Every plate gives you 50, which will take it up to 300, right?
Yep.
And then the base stats for the cat sniper rifle, which is the sort of the heavy hitter, but it's still not too bad for ADS speed and things. I think to upper torso is 306, I think, and then headshot is like 360. So it will be a one-hit kill for anywhere
Brilliant.
torso and above, which is sort of what you want. And then the marksman rifles, maybe there'll be one or two that are headshot kills, which sort of takes you back to. It's not quite as easy with. If we look back at Car 98, I don't think they would be a one-shot kill.
They were one shot kill on a head.
I don't
on a headshot, not
yeah. I know, yeah. But what I'm saying is, on this new one, I don't think they would be.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just leaving that for like the heavy hitting snipers. Which
And that's the way.
I think that's fine, yeah.
Yeah, because like it wasn't the Car 98. It's a difference between the big heavy hitter, as you say. It will be slower to fire. It'll have a longer range and all, but it'll be super slow to fire. Whereas all the cars, all the bolt action sniper rifles were quicker to fire. I think that's where a lot of people were very annoyed when it came to like snipers. I think that's why but I think they took the wrong action on snipers in Warzone because of it. I think they nerfed them too rashly instead of doing what they're doing now, which is you take this big heavy fella. He's slow, he's difficult to use, but if you get a good shot on the upper torso or head, you're going to get your down. A marksman rifle, if you hit the body, you're not going to get it down, but you'll do a lot of damage. If you get that headshot, brilliant. That's happy days as well. I think that's how it should be. Maybe just controlling the amount of fire rate these guns have is probably the way to go on a sniper more than anything, and nerfing damage.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, they basically took snipers out of the game before.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It'd be nice to bring them back a little bit. So yeah, I think
I know Dunk would love it.
Yeah, I mean, going off the back of what you said, like I think this is the most fun I've actually had playing a Call of Duty game since Verdansk and Rebirth. All the other multiplayer since then have been a bit dead. This one does seem really good. As I said, it's taking it back to sort of OG Call of Duty times, which is fun. Yeah.
What did you say, dead, or just that people had such bad opinions on most of the other ones, like just trash talking it. I haven't heard a lot of badness or bad words or bad reviews on this release. Like people are very happy with it, as far as I know.
Yeah, I haven't actually heard anything bad about Modern Warfare 3, which is nice.
Very rare for a COD game.
The last 3 CODs, maybe, I think, have been not good, and it's just because they nerfed the movement and the guns didn't feel nice. And it just takes them forever to actually figure that out. I'd say it's sort of like a 2-year turnaround from the feedback to actually being able to implement it. But it's because they stagger it, so it goes Activision 1 year, and then is it Treyarch or Sledge? I can't remember what the name of it is.
I think they've got like they have so long where the game is their turn with it. I would just love to have seen like a bit more communication between the games. Look, I understand they're both separate developers and they want to be seen as separate, and each game they're developing is separate. But at the same time, a little back and forth between the two games goes a long way to improving it for the whole community. You know what I mean?
I think they try and do that, but the thing is, when they work on it for 2 or 3 years at a time, they have to go based on the feedback that they have at the start of that process.
Yeah.
So they're always going to be 2 or 3 years behind the feedback. So we're just getting back to the game just after Verdansk left, where everyone went, the movement's shit and the guns aren't good. So now we're getting what we wanted when Verdansk left. So yeah, hopefully we're on the up again.
Fingers crossed for Rebirth.
Another couple of years right on the ground.
I love, as you know, I love Rebirth as a game mode. It's the one I do enjoy the most. Nice small map, constant respawns, just to go in and keep fighting. Because you could go. I'm hoping this was the difference in Verdansk. Sometimes it felt like in the most recent Warzone, you could go a wee bit without seeing anyone, and then you suddenly just get, taken out from nowhere, and then you're like, what's happening here? I feel like with the likes of Rebirth and all that, that's always been my favorite mode as such, and I'm hoping that they're gonna do something good for that.
That is a valid point,
well,
actually.
They nerfed that as well. They nerfed it because they changed how the buy stations worked, and they changed how you could get or what you could get from the buy stations.
Yep.
So if you wanted a bit of a chaotic game, you would go and do contracts, get enough money for a UAV, pop a UAV, chase the nearest team. But now they have done it so you can't buy a UAV always at buy stations. And to be honest, the buy station is so confusing to use that people just don't bother. So yeah, they nerfed just the game itself.
My understanding or my thought on why they did nerf the rebirth rate was because a lot of more very good players decided to leave Call of Duty because they were having an annoying time trying to fight people, or they were getting too many lobbies where it was just annoying, and wanted to go into Rebirth, which was, as I say, a simpler, more constant fighting. And then they were steamrolling the likes of myself, an average player. Average players gived off about how ridiculous it was that these really good players were getting the loadouts so quickly and UAVs and constantly coming at you. So they thought, right, we'll just up the price of everything, make it a wee bit more awkward. You can't get certain things within certain circles and stuff. But I think that just takes away the fun for everyone. So where do you draw the line? It's a very difficult line to draw on how to make it fair. And not fair, like enjoyable for everyone.
Get good.
Get good.
It's skill-based matchmaking. You will have games where you get steamrolled by people that are in your game that are slightly higher skill base. But then you will have games where you will steamroller everyone because you're the slightly higher skill base. It's just how it is. Like, I'll get steamrolled and you go, oh, okay, that's annoying. And then a couple of games later, you do it to everyone else and you feel amazing. It's like it is what it is. Like they shouldn't try and stop people from actually going and chasing kills. Like that's the whole point of the game.
Do a review of OG Fortnite when it came out? Because I was going to say like that what you're saying there is perfect to what happened to me in OG Fortnite. I went in, I was doing really well. I think in like some games I was getting like 15, 16 kills, and then I got two better teammates, and then I was like maybe 3, while they were getting 20 odd kills, 19 kills. It is very much like who you're with makes a big difference on the lobbies you'll get as well.
Yeah, because you had someone who literally just downloaded the game, so you were playing against bots and people on their iPad.
Whereas Piers persuades me to play Call of Duty just to lower the skill-based matchmaking because he's like, I'm getting shit lobbies. Why do I get such terrible lobbies? And then I'm like, do you want me to join the game? He's like, yes.
Honestly, I don't know what it is, but my lobbies on multiplayer at the minute, I just get steamrolled over and over again.
That's what
unless someone joins me. Even when Jamie joined me,
but Jamie couldn't understand. Like he was like complaining, like it's not like I'm getting a load of kills. Like I'm getting about 30 kills. I'm like, I wish I could get 30 kills. What are you on about?
Yeah,
like,
I have games where I get like 7 or 8 kills, and then everyone else is on 30, and I'm like, put me in an easy lobby, and it just doesn't. But yeah, that's by the by. That's my problem.
But that's just skill based as it is. Like. I just feel like don't nerf a fun game mode just because a few people are being a wee bit more vocal about their disenjoyment of the fact that, like, say, better skilled people are going into a game and beating them. Like, I would love it if they just took Rebirth back to the way it was. Don't have such a ridiculously expensive. Like, even the fact you can only buy so many UAVs out of certain, like, you could only get, was it 1 or 2? UAVs per shop.
One per shop.
One per shop. So there you go. It's like, why? Because then that becomes pointless to anyone else that might need it, or need it, want it, have the money for it. There's been lobbies we've been in, sure, remember, and we've had like, 10, 12k sometimes between us, or each person has that amount of money, but we've had no reason to spend it because there's, shops have already been bought. The stuff you can get out of it, it's like, you can just get killed without knowing it and stuff like that,
Yeah, I just wanted to take it back to what you can buy at the buy station is your teammates back, a loadout, armor plates, and then what else was it? A UAV,
precision, ammo box, armor box,
and that was pretty much it, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's all you need.
That's all you need. They've added in loads of other stuff that just isn't important. Okay, so. Would you both play it again?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I don't know whether the consistency will
Taper.
taper out.
I'll be
Yeah.
the same as LOL. I have other games I'm very much addicted to, as you're both aware, at the minute. So it's not taking priority or trying to get my attention off them. But
Yeah.
I'm very much with LOL on that one.
That's fair enough. Okay then, ratings. Lars, I'm going to start with you. Rating out of 10 for the new Modern Warfare 3.
I'm trying not to let my switch from controller to keyboard affect it because obviously that is my fault, not the game's. I think I'll probably give it a 7 because it's nice to experience the likes of High Rise and Rust again and things like that. And it just feels fun, especially with like High Rise when we're all climbing over the cranes in custom games, and it's just fun. But yeah, I'll give it a 7.
I will give it a 7 too. For the enjoyment I've had so much, I feel like I have got my money's worth. As I've said, there's things I'd love to see and I hope to see. I feel like 7 right now. We'll wait and see what way Warzone is when they return it, but solid game, not a lot of issues, great movement, all that. The zombies is fantastic. I just have to say I think 7's a good place for it right now. Can't wait to see where it goes.
I'm going to give it a 9 because they've done everything that we wanted them to do. It's just taken 2 years, but that's just how it works for them. But yeah, like I can't really see anything bad about it. Like, yeah, it's got the nostalgia value. They've brought back everything we wanted them to bring back. Yeah, and I found it a lot of fun. It's probably the most time I've spent playing a new Call of Duty release for quite a while. So yeah, the only reason I don't think I've given it a 10 is because it is still 60 quid, which is a lot of money.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, like I think it's a really, really good game.
That is something. Sorry, I know we're bringing it. I'm saying it late, but price point isn't something we discussed there. What did you feel about the price point? I just got to ask before we go here. Like,
I mean,
what did you think of the price point? I think it was 60 quid for the base game, 70, 80 quid for the 85,
90 quid for the more expensive one. Yeah, I went for the base one.
Yeah.
It is expensive, but I think that's just what it's like. AAA just goes for now. EAFC was the same. Like all games that sort of release yearly seem to be that price, which it's annoying. I mean, on the flip side, we do then get Warzone, which is free to play. So I guess you can sort of offset it on that if you want to do a bit of gal math. Oh, I'll play loads of Warzone, so I guess that's 2 games for the price of £60. So they're sort of £30 each, so it's fine. Yeah, like it is expensive, but I think I can just about justify it because I enjoy it. If it was similar to the last multiplayers of Call of Duty, I would be a bit annoyed, but luckily I enjoy it, so I'm okay with it.
Fair enough. Lol, what about yourself?
Well, you kind of know I was not actually willing to pay 60 quid for it. If it wasn't gifted to me by Blake, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Now that I've got it, do I think it's probably worth 60 quid?
My God, a fan is gifting you?
No, it wasn't gifted. It was more. It's like that's like holding a knife to someone in the street and then saying they gifted you their wallet.
I wasn't even in the house. Like, but yeah, it's would I pay 60 quid now that I know what it's like? See, I think of games, and especially when there's custom based games and you can play with friends, as like if I was to go around out and like we did a few of us went to Manchester for the weekend and we did crazy golf, and that was what, £16 or something like that.
Yeah.
Is it worth it in value of how many times we'll play it as team like games? It probably is worth 60 quid.
Yeah, I try and do it like based on hours or whatever. I reckon I've already put at least. I reckon I'm about 60 hours. I'm probably about £1 an hour on the game right now, which I'm happy about. I think you can pay £60 for a story game that lasts for 20 hours. Do you know what I mean? And then you'd never
Yeah.
play it again. Look at Hogwarts Legacy. Again, I think I put about 60 hours into that, but that's it. You
Yeah.
don't. There's not really much
You're saying
replayability.
at Baldur's Gate, I have over 100 hours, and I'm still not done on that
Yeah,
game.
yeah, but there is
So
a lot of
much.
games that come out that are £60 and probably last for 20 hours, and then that's it.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm thinking of like
100%.
the new Spider-Man game and just things like that. Yeah, it happens a lot. But yes, I think in terms of replayability and how long you can play it for and the price, is if you look at it that way,
It is a
not too
lot.
bad.
It's brand, isn't it? Brand. You're paying. It's like when you go to like buy. You're paying for the brand of like clothing when you go shopping. You're paying for the brand, aren't you? Like Spider-Man games are like Marvel games, so you're paying £60 because it's Marvel. But actually,
Mhm.
like it's the same with Call of Duty, isn't it? What do you
Well,
think
I
on
suppose
the value bills?
my I obviously I done the value for me is that the way I look at it is obviously because of the streams and stuff. Anything I get from streams, that's what I use to buy that. To buy the game, I would say have I got value out of that from playing with you? Like for me, have I enjoyed the value that I've got? Maybe a lot less time than what a Pierce has played, but I would say yes. I would say the value I have got the value back on what I, what I've put into it, what has the purchase of it been. But I think that's very methodical. It's like you're saying with Marvel, the likes of anyone that gets it, like you have to buy the license for that game, so they have to make money on it. They're a business at the end of the day. But it's crazy to think that a AAA game is £60 now. But I suppose that's just inflation, Especially when it's for me, it's so weird for me. Like games that cost £60 before would have been you would have got the hard copy of the game, the CD, the menu, a little map that came with it, all this other stuff that was very interesting and unique to each game, but you don't seem to get that anymore because we just buy a virtual key to play the games.
Yeah.
It's just a observation more than anything. But I think the price point for how much I've played, how much I'm enjoying it, how much I know I'll continue to play it, I would say I'm happy enough with it. I do think £60 is wild though for a base game.
Mm.
But even like for the exit, there's no way in hell I was ever going to pay £85 for the collector's edition.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, for what you get, it's not really worth it.
No.
Okay, games that are coming out next week. We had a look before we recorded this, and there's nothing. There's no games coming out this week. There is the whole game industry is stopped for a pre-Christmas break, and there'll be more games soon. But for this week, there's no games, or no games worth mentioning. There's probably some indie games coming out that we've never heard of.
There's a Jurassic Park remake coming out to PS5.
Yeah, but it's already been made, so it's just remade and re-released. So who cares? Yeah, that's pretty much it. What are we playing this week? Are we gonna? We mentioned about playing Grounded. I think there's a new update for it.
Yeah.
Also,
Make it or
it's on
break.
Xbox Game Pass, so we can get it for free, so we can save a bit of money before Christmas, which is very important. So yeah, I think we're gonna give Grounded a little blast. We haven't played that together, so I think that will be fun, and I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, okay. So did that? Oh yeah, we haven't covered everything, have we? What else have you guys been playing? Bells, I'm going to start with you.
I'm fully addicted to World of Warcraft. I'm fairly much on the classic version of the game, not retail. But then I'll jump on the retail when I'm like not leveling the character I have on classic. I'm constantly grinding to make that sweet gold in the game. But yeah, fully addicted to that game. I've been playing obviously a little bit of Call of Duty, but those are the two games I've been playing as of late.
Okay, so Bells is still a loser. Lols, what have you been playing?
I am pretty much been alternating between GeoGuessr and Call of Duty this week. on and off. Like when I've had too much of concentrating on the screen for Call of Duty, I switched to GeoGuessr and just back and
Okay,
forth.
so Lols is still a loser as well. Also, Blakey told us that the other night you woke him up when you went to bed late because you were watching videos of GeoGuessr because you're a total fucking nerd.
This is the first I'm hearing of this. Is this true? Good lord,
Yeah.
lol. That's me giving this reaction, and I play World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that's from a guy who's addicted to World of
Nerd!
Warcraft. How does that make you feel?
Oh wow, we're debating joining.
Yeah, we have said that we will play World of Warcraft for one of these podcasts and give our honest reviews. So we'll do that soon. We'll figure out when. We want to put some good time into it as well, so we can give a proper review. So yeah, we will do that at some point. That is in the works. Probably in the next few weeks, I'd say. Christmas seems a good time to get stuck into it.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that'll be happening. I have literally just been playing Call of Duty.
We've peeled you
Might
away
as
from
sure.
EAFC.
EAFC is dead to me.
Fair.
I will probably never go back to it now.
Never say never.
That's how I work. I still have not opened Football Manager.
Oh my god!
I was so excited.
You have a week
for it
off
to come
now.
out. I've
Really?
got 2 weeks off, and I plan on trying to get all gold camos on my guns. So when I have completely just overplayed the game and entirely burnt out, then I will probably play some Football Manager.
No, then
for the
what's
minute-
going to happen is Warzone's released, and then you're like, oh, refresh.
Genuinely, I think that's what it's going to be. I think I'm going to play this for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then Warzone will come out, and I'll smash through that, and then I'll sit and enjoy a bit of Football Manager in the off times. But yeah,
Yeah.
lots of fun. We're all still losers. We're all doing exactly the same thing over and over again. We're going to play Grounded on Wednesday. Just a reminder, we do stream it on Twitch on our channels. So if you want to find them, they'll be in the link, I guess, in the description. So find that. And yeah, just the outro now. So Lols has told me that she has been working with Bells this week, and they're going to do the outro word by word, alternating who says what. And I can't wait. They said they've been practicing it all week. And Lols is going to start. So crack on.
Okay. You ready, Bells?
Well, no,
I'm
that was
ready.
4 words immediately.
What?
You ruined it already.
Why?
You said you were going to do one word alternating between you, and then you said 4 words.
Okay. Make.
Make a.
Make a
Sure.
Make a sure.
friend.
Make a sure friend. That's a lovely sentimental message. And now for the outro.
Make.
Sure.
2.
Subscribe.
And
Like.
this
Video.
podcast.
Oh, shit!
It's been in
We've
the
been
podcast.
practicing for
You did
weeks
it.
and I've messed it up. Oh, God.
You did do it. That was exceptionally just hard to watch. So apologies to anyone who's got this far in the video. If you have watched it, comment an emoji of just a sad face, and we'll like it and try and make up for wasting your time. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back again next week. Watch a stream on Wednesday.
So fucking well.
We'll make them do this alternate word thing again. So yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye.